Welcome to Raider Nation Station, your weekly source for news and happenings across Lawrence District 55. Greetings, Raider Nation Station. I am so proud of the commitment and hard work of our staff, students, and families. We're just a few days away from the winter break, so let's rally to keep up the hard work and energy to finish 2020 strong as we continue to focus on safety and high-quality instruction. Please know that in Lawrence County School District 55, we take the health and safety of our students and staff very seriously. With the spread of COVID-19, we must remain vigilant in mitigating the outbreak. In order to maintain safe, efficient, and effective school operations, it is imperative for all staff and students to follow the safety protocols. These include wearing a face mask, observing social distancing, following the isolation and quarantine guidelines, and sanitizing hands in frequently touched areas often. In Lawrence County School District 55, we are committed to providing students a safe and caring learning environment, rigorous instruction, access to technology, and relevant learning experiences. These experiences and opportunities will prepare students for success. In Lawrence 55, we value, respect, and support our teachers because we believe that the key to student success is great teaching. We are very fortunate to have dedicated staff who provide quality instruction to every student, in every classroom, every chance, every day. I am so very proud of the high quality instruction that I've had the opportunity to observe as I visit classrooms. Despite the challenging times, we remain devoted to continuous improvement and high expectations for all students and staff. Meal distribution for the Lawrence County Virtual Academy students and our community children will be handled through curbside pickup on December the 16th. They will receive meals for 11 days, December the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 6 days during Christmas break. This includes January the 4th and 5th. There will be 12 days of breakfast, which includes January the 6th. Our face-to-face students will receive their meal distribution on Thursday, December the 17th. This will include a total of 7 days of meals for our face-to-face students. In Lawrence 55, we're gearing up and planning for our early childhood registration for the 2021-2022 school year. Registration dates are planned for January the 12th and 13th from 8:30 to 2 p.m. On January the 14th, registration is planned for 8:30 until 2 p.m. and 4 until 6 p.m. Parents may visit the school for which their child is zoned to complete the registration. In order to register, the child's health department issued birth certificate and immunization records are required. The child's Medicaid card must also be presented if he or she is Medicaid eligible. We are also opening registration for our half-day 3-year-old kindergarten program for the 2021-2022 school year. Space is limited and will be based on enrollment and COVID-19 related restrictions. Who should register? Students who will be attending half-day kindergarten for 3-year-olds. Child must be 3 on or before September the 1st, 2021. Students who will be attending whole day or half day kindergarten for 4-year-olds. The child must be 4 on or before September the 1st, 2021. Students who will be attending full day kindergarten for 5-year-olds. Child must be 5 on or before September the 1st, 2021. Also, students who will be attending District 55 schools for the first time. As you all are aware, due to the impact of COVID-19 among the staff and student population at Waterloo Elementary School, it was necessary for us to move the school to e-learning this week. We have reevaluated the situation and we find it necessary to continue with e-learning and return to face-to-face after the winter break on January the 4th, 2021. I am very sensitive to the fact that this may cause difficulties for some of the families affected. Please know that this decision has not been taken lightly, and we have tried to find different resolutions. But with the current numbers of staff members in isolation and quarantine, along with the lack of available substitutes and the spread of the virus, we feel that this is the best decision at this time. We have been committed all along to maintaining our students and staff safety as our first priority. We're also very hopeful that by continuing with e-learning, that this will help to continue to slow the spread among the school population, and that we will be able to have a happy and healthy winter break. The varsity girls basketball team have returned from COVID quarantine and will play today at home versus Clinton. Girls will play at 6 o'clock and the boys will play at 7:30. Good luck to our Lawrence High School Raiders. All athletic ticket and venue information can be found at www.lawrence55athletics.com. As a reminder, the final day for students before winter break is Friday, December the 18th. Please note that students will be dismissed 3.5 hours early. The Lawrence County Virtual Academy students will conclude classes at 12 o'clock. As we head into the last few weeks of the calendar year, please continue to stay safe and continue to take measures against the spread of COVID-19. We want everyone to be healthy and to enjoy a well-deserved upcoming break. As always, thank you for your continued support. Lawrence 55 is truly a great place to be.
Hello, my name is Dr. Jody Penland, Assistant Superintendent for Student Services here in Lawrence 55. I'd like to spend the next few minutes talking about the new guidelines set forth by the CDC and South Carolina DHEC and how it relates to our new guidelines for quarantining students. I'll also spend a little bit of time talking about our new BinaxNOW COVID test that we'll be utilizing in the schools. I would now like to talk about the quarantine days as set forth by the CDC and the South Carolina DHEC. They have now given us two different options, a 14-day full option of quarantine and a 7 or 10-day option for a shortened quarantine period. The 14-day quarantine is still the most effective method to prevent transmission after an exposure to a positive COVID-19 case. They have also now allowed us to do a shortened quarantine of 7 or 10 days. If a student uses this 10-day quarantine that is after exposure, they can also come back, but they have to adhere to an additional criteria that we'll talk about in just a minute. We can also do a shortened 7-day if they have a negative COVID test after day 5. The additional criteria for the shortened quarantine is that there is no evidence of any COVID-19 symptoms during the entirety of the quarantine. The students must continue to monitor their symptoms, and also students must adhere strictly to the social distancing, hand hygiene, and mask wearing upon return through day 14. If any symptoms arise, they should immediately self-isolate and contact their healthcare provider. We will be implementing stricter guidelines for those students who are returning. We may be also asking them to do additional social distancing while they're eating their meals. We may also spread out their seating while they're in their classrooms. So just know, as we are shortening the quarantine, there are other guidelines that we may have to also enforce and be stricter about our protocols whenever they return. I would now like to take the next few minutes to talk to you about the COVID testing that we have in our schools. We have received these kits from the South Carolina Department of Education and will be utilizing these kits for students and staff who are exhibiting signs and symptoms of the COVID-19. I would like to assure you that we are required to get parent permission for all students under the age of 16, and it is our intent to request parent permission for all of our students, even if they're 16 years of age or older. This test is not required, and I would like to assure you that this is not a mandated test for any students in our system. These tests are made available to the district to determine if a staff or student member is exhibiting symptoms that needs to be isolated, or if they can return to the classroom or work. For example, during the fall season, when all the leaves were on the ground, a lot of us battle allergies. This test allows us to not have to exclude a teacher or student who has a headache, runny nose, and a sore throat due to allergies, but we can ensure that this is a non-COVID positive with these tests. These tests are the most reliable when symptoms are present. One would think that we would be able to use these tests to reduce the quarantine time from 7 to 10 days. However, since the BinaxNOW tests are most reliable when symptoms are present, we cannot utilize these tests to reduce the quarantine time because symptoms would not be present. For those staff and students who will be taking the BinaxNOW test, this test is a nasal swab that goes just inside the nasal cavity where both nostrils are swabbed. The results are returned in 15 minutes, and then we have to report the results, both positive and negative, to South Carolina DHEC. So I hope this has helped you understand a little bit more about our new procedures and protocols for quarantining, and also the new opportunities that we have with COVID-19 testing in our buildings. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and ask any questions that you may have.
We invite you to join us each Friday as we share what's happening across our district. This is Dr. Amika Thomas, Superintendent of Lawrence County School District 55. Thank you for partnering with us as we lead the way in education as one Raider Nation. It's a great day to be a Raider.